Hello everyone, it's Stephanie Ponteau. Welcome back to class, Vision Church Level 2 class. This is part 3 of our class for Monday, June 1st, and we are going to continue on in Unit 10, Lesson B. So we are for today's lesson, we're going to be mostly working on page 124. But before we do that, let's do a little quick review, okay? So get your student book for me. And let's look back at page 122. Remember this? The special occasion? So get your book out and turn back to that page for one moment. So what was this special occasion in this picture right here? Remember, we had a big balloon that said, right there, the pink balloon kind of lets us know. Yes, it was a graduation party. That was the special occasion in that picture. And remember, it was Celia's graduation that we were celebrating, right? And this is Celia right here. And what were the gifts that Celia received? Do you remember? Yep, they're on the table. Let's see. These were the gifts that Celia received. The picture on page 123. She received a card and flowers and perfume, right? So that's what she received. Okay, let's see. And then what are some of the things that you see in the picture on page 122? All right, so what do we see here? We see a graduation cake right there. We see balloons right here. We see, I think you call these Chinese lanterns hanging in the tree for decoration. We see water right there. I think these are tacos and what do you call these? Enchiladas. Right here we got a salad. Let's see. And we have guests. The people at the party are all guests. Guests. Okay, so that was just a quick review of page 122. That was part of lesson A, the special occasions. Okay, so anyway, just wanted to do that quick review. Let me make sure I reviewed everything. All right, so in this lesson, we are going to learn how to make polite offers and how to respond to offers politely. And we're going to use the phrase, would you like? So, like if you were looking at that cake and you were at Celia's party, the person cutting the cake and serving for her might have asked you, would you like a piece of cake? And you would say yes or no. So we're going to practice making polite requests, making offers politely. Would you like a piece of cake? That's a polite offer. Offer means I'm trying to give you something. I'm trying to share something with you. So when you make an offer, you are presenting something with someone if they want it. Okay? And then when you respond politely, that's what you say to them. So a response is what you say back to someone after they say something to you. So we're going to practice making polite offers and making polite responses to those offers. Okay? All right. So here we have this animated grammar chart. I want to encourage you to pause the video, use the QR scanner on your phone, and play this. These are always very helpful because it's a little bit of pictures and audio, and it goes through this chart and explains things very well. So pause the video, listen to the animated grammar chart. Animated just means it's like a picture that goes with it. Okay, so pause and then come back and join me. All right, so are you back from watching the animated grammar? All right, wonderful. So now what we're going to do is we're going to read through the grammar chart together. So read along with me and practice on your own. All right, so exercise 1, grammar focus. Would you like? What would you like? Okay, so here are the questions. Would you like some cake? Yes, I would. So that was a polite offer, and that was a polite way to respond to the offer. The next one, would he like some cake? Yes, he would. And he, you're talking about a male, right? A boy or a man. All right. And then the third question is, would they like some cake? And the polite response is, yes, they would. Now that's a polite way to say yes. Uh-oh, hold on. Sorry about that. My allergies have really been bothering me. Okay, everyone. All right, so let's keep going. And the last thing in the top chart is, would they like some cake? And this is the polite way to respond and say no. No, thank you. So that's good to know because it's not rude to say no to someone. You don't have to say yes to everything, but this is a polite way to say no. No, thank you. All right. So let's look at the bottom chart. What would you like? I'd like some cake. Now, I'd is a contraction. Now, if you see, let's look at this little tip box right here. These are all the contractions that we're going to go over in this lesson. And remember, a contraction is when you put two words together. It's a shorter, faster way to say something. And that's how most English speakers are going to speak. They're not going to say, yes, I would. Most people are going to say, yes, I'd like some. So I'd is the contraction for I would. He'd is the contraction for he would. She'd is the contraction for she would. And they'd is the contraction for they would. Okay? So just memorize those contractions and practice them with someone. All right? Practice making polite offers and practice responding to offers politely. Now, you could always ask someone, um, do you want some? Do you want some cake? But would you is just a little bit more polite way of saying it. Do you want some cake? That's polite too, but would you like some cake is even more polite. So we are practicing the most polite way to offer someone something and the very polite way to respond to that offer. Okay? All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do exercise 2. All right, exercise 2. Practice. Complete the conversations. Use contractions to answer the what questions. Okay? So we've got some what questions here, and you're going to use the contractions to answer, okay? All right, so let's do number one together. Would you like a cup of coffee? Yes, I would. Or you could say, yes, I'd like some. That would be the contraction. Yes, I'd like some. Or you can say, yes, I would. But if you use the contraction in this sentence, you need to say something at the end. You wouldn't say, yes, I'd. You have to say, yes, I'd like some. Okay? Number two. So you're going to have to ask the question. So the question is, and remember, these are would you like questions. And then under the line, you see she. So you're asking she. So would she like some ice cream? Yes, she would. All right. Let's do number three. I'm going to write number three on the board. All right. Number three. They. So the question would be, would they like some salad? Okay, that's the question for number three. And then the answer is yes, they would, because that's who we're talking about. Okay? Would they like some salad? Yes, they would. Or you could say, no, they wouldn't. Okay? You can answer it yes or no. All right, so let's go on to number four. Okay, so remember, these are all going to be would questions. Would you, would he, would they? It depends on what pronoun is under the line, okay? All right, so let's look at number four. He. Okay, and all the questions are would. So it's would he like a hot dog? Would he like a hot dog? Okay, that's very polite. So if you ever have a party at your house and you are getting ready to serve food, this would be a very nice way to ask your guests, would you like something to drink? See, it's very polite. All right, so number four, the answer is no. We're talking about he, so it's no. He what? No, he would? No, no, he wouldn't, because would be for yes. So it's no, he wouldn't. Oh, all right, my Sharpie is acting up again. No, he wouldn't. He just ate a hot dog. I think that's what it said, right? Number four. Yes, he just ate one. Okay? And we know what one is because we were asking about the hot dog. Would he like a hot dog? No, he wouldn't. He just ate one. So we don't have to say he just ate a hot dog because we know we're talking about a hot dog already. So we could just say, no, he just ate one. Okay? All right, so let's do number 4. No, that was 4. Number 5. Would you like some cake? That's the question. Very polite, right? Would you like some cake? Uh-oh, excuse me. Okay. 5. Response? No, I wouldn't. I am not hungry. The contraction you could use for I am is what? I'm. Very good. So, would you like some cake? And the response is no, I wouldn't. All right, number 6. What would she like? She'd like a balloon. Number 7. What would you like? I'd like a sandwich. And you see, the first 5 questions, we are offering something. We asked, would you like a cup of coffee? Number 2, would she like some ice cream? So we're offering something specific. But when we're not, you ask, what would you like? That means you're not offering them anything specific. You're asking them. That's what they call an open-ended question. What would you like? So that person would respond with, they would tell you. They wouldn't say yes or no. They would say, I'd like some water. I'd like some ice cream. Whatever it is that they want, they would respond with that. Okay? So that's the difference between would you like and what would you like. Would you like is what you would say if you're offering something specific. What would you like is if you're keeping it open for them to choose something. Okay? So that's the difference between those two polite offers. All right, number 7. What would you like? I'd like a sandwich. Number 8. What would they like? They'd like some tea. Remember the contraction for they would is they'd. And all of the contractions that we're using are right here in this little orange box, okay? All right, number 9. What would he like? He'd like some water. And then number 10, what would she like? She'd like rice and chicken. So hopefully you can see the difference in these conversations and these two polite offers. What would you like and would you like? The difference between when to use those, okay? All right, so let's see what else. Let me make sure we covered everything here. So, of course, if we were in class, you could get a little bit more practice with each other, um, asking, making polite offers, and giving polite responses. We could practice this a little bit more if we were in class. But so just practice with someone in your family, or practice with a neighbor, or practice the next time you have someone over at your house, or you can practice just with someone in your family. You can ask your husband, honey, would you like some coffee? Would you like some tea? Or if you make something, you could say, honey, would you like to eat dinner now? Or would you like some more? Okay? So those are ways that you can practice this at home, making making polite offers. And then if someone offers you something, you can make a polite request. You could say, yes, I would, or you can say, no, I wouldn't. All right, so I think we covered everything in this lesson. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe. And I will see you in the next class. Take care. Bye bye.